Ethan Harper was a man who lived a life so ordinary it was almost invisible. He worked a 9-to-5 job at a small accounting firm where he crunched numbers day in and day out. His evenings were spent in front of the television, mindlessly flipping through channels, and his weekends blurred into a haze of takeout and video games. At 35, Ethan felt like he was stuck in a rut, a monotonous loop that seemed to have no end. One evening, as he sat on his couch, staring at the flickering screen, a commercial caught his eye. It was a simple ad for a self-help book titled Small Habits, Big Changes by a renowned life coach, Dr. Amelia Grant. The tagline read, "Transform your life one small habit at a time." Ethan scoffed at first, but something about the message lingered in his mind. That night, as he lay in bed, he couldn't shake the thought. What if small changes could really make a difference? The next morning, Ethan decided to give it a try. He started with something simple, making his bed. It was a small act, but as he smoothed out the sheets and fluffed the pillows, he felt a tiny sense of accomplishment. It was a feeling he hadn't experienced in a long time. Encouraged by this small victory, Ethan decided to add another habit. He began to wake up 15 minutes earlier each day to meditate. At first, it was difficult. His mind wandered, and he often found himself checking the clock. But over time, he began to enjoy the quiet moments of reflection. He noticed that he felt more centered and less anxious throughout the day. As the weeks went by, Ethan continued to add small habits to his routine. He started drinking more water, taking short walks during his lunch break, and reading a few pages of a book before bed. Each habit was small and manageable, but together, they began to create a ripple effect in his life. One day, as he was walking back to the office after his lunchtime stroll, he ran into a colleague, Sarah. She noticed the change in him immediately. "You seem different," she said. "More alive." Ethan smiled, realizing that the small habits he had been cultivating were starting to show. Inspired by his progress, Ethan decided to take on a bigger challenge. He signed up for a local 5K race. It was something he had never considered before, but the confidence he had gained from his small habits gave him the courage to try. He started training, running a little bit each day, and before he knew it, he was crossing the finish line, a sense of pride swelling in his chest. Months passed, and Ethan's life had transformed in ways he never imagined. He had more energy, more focus, and a newfound sense of purpose. He had even started a blog to share his journey, inspiring others to take small steps toward change. One evening, as he sat down to write a new blog post, he reflected on how far he had come. He realized that the key to his transformation wasn't one grand gesture, but the accumulation of small, consistent habits. Each habit had been a building block, creating a foundation for a life he was proud of. Ethan's story spread, and soon, people from all over the world were following his journey. They, too, began to adopt small habits, and in doing so, they found their own paths to transformation. The moral of Ethan's story was simple yet profound. Small habits, when practiced consistently, have the power to create lasting change. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about taking small, deliberate steps every day. Over time, these small steps add up, creating a ripple effect that can transform your life. And so, Ethan Harper, the once unremarkable man, became a beacon of hope and inspiration, proving that even the smallest habits can lead to the most extraordinary lives.